Hi, I'm not your average Joseph from Use It Music, and today we're looking at the Sonarworks Reference 4 system. Let's get started. Have you ever just finished mixing a song, thought that it was perfectly balanced, everything is in the right position, all the levels are there matching, and we've got nothing but takeoff? But as soon as you get to the car, you put it in the car stereo and it doesn't sound as great? Well, all has to do with your listening environment, what you're mixing. Now, in a room like this, there's certain characteristics that's gonna happen just due to the size of the room, the material that's on the walls, that sort of thing. So what we gotta do is correct our room for that. And how we do that is with a reference mic and some test tones. So fortunately, we got Sonarworks in the house, and we're gonna take care of that right now. So how do we achieve room correction? Well, first of all, we need one of these, which is a reference microphone going through the sound card, and the same speaker system that your sound card is connected to is how you kind of want to do it. So I'm using the Scarlett 18i20 8-in sound card, and my speakers are Cali Audio. Now I did do a reference, a reference correction prior to this, but just for demonstration's sake, I killed that, and we're gonna start fresh, right? So let me switch over here. So now, as you can see, let me just go into the preferences here and see if I can just make this a little lighter so we can see what's going on. No, not gonna let me make it lighter. I guess not. Anyway, so from here we want to go add preset. All right, so it takes us to this page. Create new, assign existing preset, copy to a new preset. Over on this side, we have what would you like to calibrate? Calibration profile, no profile selected. So I'm gonna drop down menu, and like I said before, I did my Cali speakers a couple times, but I'm just gonna say measure speakers. So now it's loading up another app here. Just put on my bottom monitor here. I'm trying just to see if we can bring this up top here so we can see what's going on. All right. So measure your speakers. Let's click on that. Now it's going through the checklist. So we need phantom power, right? For the microphone. Check. Tap it a couple times, make sure it's good. So check. Make sure your microphone input is not routed directly into your speaker outputs, which is not. We're going to check that as well. A single audio interface is used for mic input and output to speakers. Check. Audio interface sample rate is set to exactly 44.1. So I'm just going to jump into my sound card settings and just make sure that is correct. Where are we now? Here we go. So I'm just gonna pull this up here so that you can actually see. We'll go to files and we'll go to, we'll push my gears here, and we can see right here, sample rate is 44.1. All right, so let's close that box and check. Right, so now we go next. So now, each of these microphones themselves, they're individually tested and calibrated, and they have a serial number here. So now this serial number, you can actually match up with the software itself and kind of bring up what this mic is all about as far as its as far as its settings is concerned, well, not necessarily settings, but as far as the calibration is concerned, right? So let's go next. So this microphone that I have in my hand, this is the profile for right here, right? So I'm gonna hit next again. So now we are here and it's asking, oh, you can see the meters moving. Can you find your audio device? Yeah, we're here, meters moving. Let's test our speakers.
Please adjust the volume of your output device. My voice should sound at normal conversation volume.
Yeah.
Left speaker.
Yeah.
Right speaker.
Yeah, you're good. So next on that, so now it's adjusting. It's time to adjust the microphone gain. Trying to adjust the microphone gain. And what we want to do here is just make sure that we have the right amount of volume coming from the speakers that's hitting the test mic, and that it's going to measure the tones properly, right? So back over here once again, and you can see it's got you in different listening positions, all right? So let's go next. And I gotta stand for this one. And I'm just gonna play signals to make sure. I don't know if you could hear that, but that was the whoop, 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 test signal. I'm gonna say next. And so now we have the diagram up top here on where you wanna hold your speakers, right? Or where you wanna hold the microphone positioned correctly. Now, I'm gonna move this chair out the way. Step back a little bit because you want to be doing something like this, right? Yes. Y'all want to be doing something like start off here. This is the position that you want to test the microphone in. Now, for those who have a mic stand, it'd probably be best to use the mic stand for this sort of deal, because if you got to adjust the input going into the mic and the sound card is all the way over back by the desk, you might not, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get in position and I can't really get into position because I'm gonna move the mic if I need to adjust, right? So anyway, it's supposed to be at arm's length in testing position. So let's run some tones. Say next. Again, A, B, C, D, just showing the positions of the microphone that you should be holding. So really straightforward. It gives you a guide all the way through. It never really not in a system where you're falling behind, you don't know what's going on. It's pretty self-explanatory. So let's start the measurement. Now, as you can see, I'm not getting any input, right? This is my listening position. See, now you gotta watch out because that will happen. That will happen, right? So let's stop measuring for a second, and then I want to back off a bit. Not quite there. So we caught it, now it's verifying mic signal.
Stay where you are. Measurements in progress. Left speaker done.
All right. Let's go to the right speaker.
Stay where you are. Measurements in progress. Right speaker done.
All right. A little cheers for that. Looks good. Yeah. So now we're gonna start measuring the points. Now this shit a little tricky. I'm gonna be all over the room measuring different areas. So you're gonna watch me on the camera and you're gonna see it on the screen where I'm actually measuring, right? So let's go. Let's go. Start measuring. That is done. Looks good. Next. All right, so now we're gonna go through a series of tones and move about the series of tones and move about the room measuring. All right, so let's get that done. Let's go ahead. Start. Now, as I move the microphone around, it's gonna fall into position with what's happening. Jump out a little bit. So now we got the profile of the room with the Cali speakers. I'm just going to put Cali speaker profile. Save and finish that. And let me just turn off phantom power off this mic. And then I'm going to launch reference system-wide. So as you can see now, it just populated over here, right? So we're good. Add preset. Cali speaker profile over here. So now we're ready to go. We're all set. Now, let's back down here. Now, you can do this. You can set up your speakers, but this also works with the headphones. Calibrate your headphones. So I'm using the Reference 4 microphone system from Sonarworks to do the room calculations, but not necessarily you have to use it on your speakers. It can also help calibrate your headphones as well. So I'm gonna do my 8kg headphones after this, and then hopefully my music translates from studio to the car properly. All right, check it out. Use it music.